Everyone, hi. I hope all are you doing very nice and superb in your life. So this is Purvangi Shukla again, and I'm here to share with you a deliberate creation of your life. How to do a deliberate creation of your life? I know 98% of the people are living their life as usual. They never think where they wanted to be and how they wanted to go. And also, the most important part of our life is many of us don't know where they really wanted to reach. And they are living their life as if it comes to you. But today, whether you are working in your material life, whether you are focusing on your immaterial life, whether you are focusing on your meditative level or on the self-realization process, you must learn about the deliberate creation of your world. So, there are few and important three questions you should ask to yourself. So, these three questions are: how do you think about your life? Take a pen and paper, or maybe you can write your journal, because as I already mentioned in journaling, the writing therapy, how important journaling makes your world change. You actually record all your thoughts, you can record all your emotions, and of course you can also record all your situations and circumstances of your life which you wanted to always make changes. But unless you don't focus on that, you can't make certainly changes into that. So the second question is, in which direction you wanted to move on. See, currently I am sitting at the nice place, and I just wanted to have another branch of my own company. So that is a thought, okay? But the thought is just a thought unless it is executed. And for the execution, the most important part of execution of any work, any plan is you should focus on that thought process. Deliberately creating that thing in your mind first so that you can do those things in your physical world as well. Third important questions you may ask for: do you live your life as if you wanted always to be, and do you, or are you giving some thoughts or some special thoughts to empowering yourself? So the most important part is to be happy and joyful in your life. And it's not a selfish thing. When you are joyful, when you are actually having your goody things in your life, the most important thing is you have to be little selfish. Selfish in terms of that you have to understand what do you think, how do you feel, and on which directions are you giving your thought process. So to change and deliberately creating your own world, you have to sit in a solitude. And I think I know many of the speakers and many of the motivational speakers and the psychologists and psychiatrists are talking about saying over the YouTube channel or any other platform that you are supposed to be a deliberate creation of your life. But the most important part here I wanted to share with you, deliberate creation is only and only possible when you are actually going from your comfort zone to an uncomfort zone. The first mental uncomfort zone, you should face it and you should leave it in a way that you are living the goals which you always wanted to achieve. And that's the important part. The important thing for the deliberate creation is the setting of your goals. Clarity gives you the most important advantageous things in your life, where you are talking to yourself. When you are sitting in a meditative posture, when you are actually daydreaming, and you have to daydream every day, yes, it is important. And when you are daydreaming, you have to emotionally feel about those goals, that you are achieving it. You are the person you always wanted to be. You have to see that person, you have to imagine that person, you have to see in mirror that person as you always wanted to be. So set your goals, be clear about the same, and sitting in the meditative posture and think about it. The second important point is make daily to-do list. Oh, it's very common. Every management students and every management executives are following this since long. But what is the to-do list? What's the advantages of the to-do list? The to-do list gives you the more encouragement and empowerment when you are distracted, because as we are actually tech savvy people, we are getting lots of calls, emails, messages, chat. Social media around us is distracting from our goals. So now what you can do, you can just focus on your list which you are making every day in the morning. You should be into the solitude, not talk to anyone, not opening the social media, but you are focusing on the things you want to do always. Third important points, measure all your achievements, the daily achievements. For an example, day before yesterday I was meeting with one of the sales guy, and he was asking, Purvangi, I just don't know how to achieve my sales target. That happens is I'm making calls, I'm meeting with the people, but still things are not converting into the sales closing. What do I do for my closing? The most important part, he is not having confidence over the product he is selling. The most important part, when you don't have a clarity, you are not gaining the confidence. And when you don't have the confidence, the self-confidence, self-satisfaction you don't have, you can't sell the things. You have to sell any product or service to yourself first. You have to make yourself convinced first whether you are doing what you are doing is correct. And if you are convincing yourself, obviously you can convince anyone else in this world. So the most important thing is that you have to measure how do you work. Your work should not be like a monotonous or a machine type where you are just following 50 calls, 100 calls or 100 things in a day. But your measurement should be the productive one. What did you do today? Which one is the productive? You just count that measure, put it in front of you on piece of paper and just measure it with yourself. Compete with yourself. Compete yourself with yesterday's person as you were and what you are today. And you want it to be in the next few days or the few months. So that's how you can create the deliberately in your life from executive level to, of course, a director level. From job class person to a business class person. From just students to a practical person. And that's how things are working upon in your life. I hope you like my session, and it's really nice talking to me here on this platform, because when I'm talking this platform, it's important that it gives you a lot of information, a lot of I can share my researches, I can share my work here, and it's great to have conversations with you. For more interactions, you may talk to me on my email ID info@purvangishukla.com, or you may visit my website www.purvangishukla.com. Have a great day, have a great life, and please have a deliberate creation. Thank you.